asked alone, and you'll be brought to God alone, and He'll be asking about every single thing that you used to do in this life. Before you go and fornicate, before you do that, from now on, think about the time when you'll be brought to God alone. You'll be asked about the deed that you're doing today. Take that note and be careful before it's too late, before you'll be saying to God, "Oh God, delay me, give me any respite, just even for one day, just even for 1 hour, and I will repent to you, and I'll show you that I will follow your way." But the chance, brothers and sisters, is only one chance. When you will die, you will not be resurrected to this life again. You will be resurrected for the day of accountants. This day is the day of a test, and the next day will be the day of accountants. Thank you, brothers and sisters. If anyone has any question, please ask a question. All right, I'll leave it to the brother. May Allah bless you.
My dear people, you've heard a lot from my brother here today and from me here today about death and life after death. But you know, one of the great things about Islam as a religion, it's a religion for life. It's a religion for living your everyday life. And it really, one of the great things about Islam is that it's the way that will bring you success and real success in this life, not just the next life. And really we find that the reality is we find ourselves in great trouble, in a terrible situation. We find ourselves here in the West in a terrible confusion, and we can see in reality that our world is crumbling around us. Now I know many of you, maybe you have children, you're parents, you're getting old. I want to ask you a question now about your life, about the philosophy we have here in the Western society. What do we do here with old people? What do we do in this country with old people? Huh? We put them in the knackers yard, send them to the old age home. You're gonna get old, don't believe it. Huh? You look at that woman, what's her name, Joan Collins. You think, wow, she's 62 and she looks like she's 40. Huh? And you think, I'm not gonna get old, but you're gonna get old. You're gonna return to that time when you were like a little baby. Huh? When you're dribbling and you're drooling and you can't even go to the loo anymore by yourself. You might reach that age. And I want to ask you, how would you like to be when you're like that old? How would you like your children to be teaching you, to be treating you, to be looking after you? Huh? What do you want from them? Do you want from them to say, "Oh, mum and dad, thanks a lot, but you go and sit in that nursing home there"? Huh? And they call it a nursing home. Huh? But what are the nurses? How do they treat you? You know the reality? What's the reality? Huh? You see, what I'm trying to say is, what makes a person send their mother and their father to a nursing home? You know, I was talking to a brother from Kuwait, and he was telling me we have nursing homes now in Kuwait. I said, I don't believe it. In a Muslim land now, even the Muslims, they've gone this far, they've moved that so much towards the West, that they've given looking after their parents, because it's something unheard of that a Muslim should send his mother or his father to another place to be looked after by other people, to leave him there to rot. Because the Quran tells us that your mother, reverence the wombs that bore you and reverence Allah. Look at that. Huh? How Allah put reverence for your mother next to reverence and worship of Him, and respect for your parents. That even if they're not Muslims, don't even say oof, don't even go ha to them when they reach an old age. Don't even go ha. Huh? This is what Islam is teaching people. Huh? Because you've got to remember, you're going to get old. And you know they have an old saying, what goes around comes around. What goes around comes around. And you know what's really sad now? You see the Muslims running after the West. They want to look like the West, be like the West, work like the West, talk like the West. And you know what's the reality? When their kids, the girls have taken off the veil, the men have shaved their beards, huh? And they forgot their prayers, they forgot their fasting, they forgot their charity, they forgot Allah. then those men and those mothers and those fathers, they're going to get old one day. And those children, they brought them up. They brought them up. Don't worry. Don't take your religion too seriously. Huh? What you need is to have a nice time. Enjoy yourself. Yeah. They'll enjoy themselves. And they'll enjoy themselves so much, when you're an old man, they'll forget you. And that's a punishment. That's a punishment from Allah to you. That's your punishment when you reach your old age. The reality, you forgot Allah, and Allah will forget you, and you'll be left there in that hospital, in that old age home, withering away. But Islam builds a real society of living people, of caring people. It's a practical way of life. You see, I hear people come and say, oh well, why can't we women take off our clothes and look how we like? We can show our hair and, put these things and look really sexy. Why can't we do it? What's wrong with it? Huh? Men shouldn't look at us like that. They shouldn't feel lustful. It's their responsibility. You see, all you've got is some wishful thinking and mundane ideals. Islam deals with things practically. Islam tells the Muslim woman, cover yourself. Cover yourself. You see, Islam doesn't say, oh Muslim woman, oh woman, you're the same as the man. When she's not. Now come on. The man is not like the woman, and the woman is not like the man. It's just whoever says it is lying. Huh? They're lying. Men and women are not the same. Women have different capabilities. They have different specialities. That's how, even according to your theory, they've evolved like that over the last God knows how many million years. Well, we say God created them like that. But even according to your ideas, to say the man is the same as the woman contradicts everything your scientists are telling you. But now what have you got? You've got wishful thinking. So you say we're the same, men and women. So now you say the women should go out to work. The women should go out to work. Now you see, in Islam, we've got a problem with that. Because our Creator, my Lord and your Lord, He says no. The women should stay in the home and look after the children. Oh my God, did you hear that? You see what this was? Women should stay in the home. And now you know what you hear now? You know what you hear now? Now it comes out. Stay in the home, chained to the sink, slave to the husband. Now it all comes out, doesn't it? Those lesbian feminists. Slave to the home, chained to the sink. What's wrong? Excuse me, lady, wait a minute. What's wrong with being a mother? What's wrong? What is so disgusting about being a mother? What's so disgusting about staying at your home and looking after your kids and educating your children? What's so bad about that? Huh? What's so bad about a woman obeying her husband and being kind to him and treating him nicely? What's so bad about that? Huh? What's so bad about it, lady? Huh?
It's a great honor to be able to have children and stay at home. Now, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, his wife worked.
Yes.
His wife didn't cover up her hair.
The what, sorry?
The Prophet Muhammad's wife.
Yeah.
Khadija.
Yeah.
She did not cover her hair, and she did work. She was a very good businesswoman.
Prove to me that she worked. She got big.
You know she worked.
She didn't work. She asked the Prophet Muhammad to go out and do the trade for her. She didn't used to go out trading. She got other people. And this was before Islam. Because the women then, they had nobility and they had honor and they had dignity. Huh? Yes, she had a business. Nothing wrong with a Muslim woman having a business. I didn't say Muslim women, I didn't even say Muslim women can't go out to work. Huh? And I'm all for supporting that if a woman has to go out to work, she should get equal pay and she should be treated like a human being, not like a sex object. But you know, the reality is that Islam manifests that practically. Huh? It manifests it practically. You see, here in the West, the women go, and when you see them, drive through the city of London any day at lunchtime. You see the women, right? Wearing skirts right up to their huh? Right up to their thing. And they're walking around in the slinkiest, kinkiest, sexy outfits, right? And then they say, we want to be treated with respect. We want people to look at our minds, not at our bodies. Well, that's fair enough for you asking it. But why didn't you manifest it practically? Huh? Cover your body up, and then we'll have to look at your mind. Huh? You see, like the Muslim woman. When the Muslim woman goes out, she covers herself. She covers herself. She wears a loose-fitting garment. So now when she comes into contact with a man and she's working in a job, you see, she says, listen, I'm not bringing my sexuality into this. I've covered my sexuality. I'm not bringing it into the equation. Now treat me as a human being, not as a sex object. She manifests her ideals practically in the way she dresses. And what do you find? Look at society. The difference for society. You have a woman, a Muslim woman, she's proud. She's proud. Anyone go to Yemen. Any of you women here in the West go to Yemen. They look at you as dirt. They see you walking around dressed like that. They think you're the dirt, and they're proud. They feel like royalty to be a mother and to be a wife. That's how they feel, and that's how it should be. That's the way God created it. You see, so when a man came to Umar ibn al-Khattab, who was one of the second caliph, the second leaders of the Muslim, and one of the close companions and friends of Prophet Muhammad. And this man had taken his mother on his back